Are you serious? Are you serious? Where's my coffee? I'm going to get some. But right now, I've got to tell you, the biblical plague of leprosy has hit California. I never thought I would ever say such a thing, but it has happened. Leprosy has hit California. In a primary school, 2 kids have been struck down. They're not dead, but they are affected big time with the biblical plague of leprosy. These 2 cases of leprosy could have broken out at this California primary school. Parents have been warned. The parents have now refused to send their children to Indian Hills Elementary in Jurapa Valley in California after notes were sent home warning parents that 2 students might be sick with leprosy. But we have found out and confirmed, there's confirmed reports that it is leprosy. Now, the school is about an hour's drive from Los Angeles, and it sent out the warning. According to CBS News, it did send this warning out today. They're very concerned, as you can imagine. And the question is, how in the world could leprosy end up in the United States of America? How could we have 2 cases of leprosy? And get this, there's more cases of leprosy in California than there is of Zika. But I know that stuns you, but it's the absolute facts. The mosquitoes that carry the Zika virus are not in California. There is no mosquitoes. So if there ends up being a case or 2 of Zika in California, it's simply from people who traveled outside the country and came back. So what we have here is a panic going on in Washington to try to spend multiple billions of dollars to fog and to smog and to spray and the chemtrails and the planes and the fogging without your consent upon the communities, especially in Florida, Louisiana, Texas, southern Mississippi, southern Alabama, South Carolina. They already did it. They've already started in South Carolina, killed 2.5 million honeybees in just one farm. It's the same pesticide that they used in Brazil. It's a larvicide they poured into the water, which a lot of scientists believe is the actual cause of the microcephaly, the child birth defects, and not the Zika virus itself. But the CDC says it is the Zika virus that seems to be related. Folks, I'm telling you, we got leprosy now in California. We got to find out the root cause of this. How did that get here? And now that these other children have been exposed, what is the incubation period and what does that all mean? So we'll keep a close eye on it. Pray for these kids that are sick. Obviously, pray for them and their families. And is there going to be quarantine going on? And what all does this mean as leprosy? In the Bible, if you had leprosy, you was removed from out of the city. You had to be removed outside the city. And they set up what was called leper colonies, where everyone with leprosy lived in certain places themselves. You can be cured of it. Jesus cured a lot of folks of leprosy. And even in the Bible, in the Old Testament, if you believed you are healed from the leprosy, you had to go see a priest, show yourself to the priest, and he would determine whether or not you were healed. And unless he blessed you or said you were healed, you were still to be refrained from being around the rest of civilization. So this is a serious thing that's happening. Leprosy has come to California. And we're living in the last days. Pestilences. Remember what Jesus said? Matthew 24. They asked him the question, what is the signs of thy coming? What is the sign of thy coming and the end of the world? Jesus was asked this question specifically. And I'll just read about 2 verses and tell you what he said. He was sitting on the Mount of Olives when the disciples come and ask him privately. Master, they basically said to him, can you tell us what is the sign of thy coming and the end of the world? And Jesus answered and said, take heed that no man deceive you, For many shall come in my name, saying, I am Christ, and shall deceive many. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled. For all these things must come to pass. But the end is not yet. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. And there shall be famines, pestilences, and earthquakes in divers places. And all of these, the beginning of sorrows. Just giving you a heads up. Leprosy in California. I'll be back with more current world events and how they relate to Bible prophecy. We're in the last days.